Good afternoon. This is Slow Editor coming to you live from Slow Editor headquarters on Slow Editor Acres. So today I'm going to show you how to put the bar in mirrors and do the factory mirror delete and add some turn signals back to the bike because the turn signals are integrated into the mirrors. When you take the mirrors off, you don't have any more turn signals. But there's a simple connector here you can disconnect. It's 2 bolts and 1 connector. So I'll quickly show you how to do that and then how to rewire it and put it back together. I'll give you a top level view. So I did most of the work, so I'm just going to explain how to do it here. So the first thing you want to do is take the mirrors off. So what you'll do is you'll just get under here. There's 2 bolts right here, 2 number 6 bolts. So you just you get your number 6 wrench here, your Allen key, and just reach in there, and it's pretty simple. You just take those out. There's only 2 bolts holding that in. So once you have that out, it's going to be flopping down like this, and you have to take a very thin, like something like this, and you just push the pin here, and that'll disconnect, and then that'll just pop. There's a hole. This just comes off just like that. It's almost that easy. This can be a little tight in there because it barely fits, but just fiddle around and it will come out. So that pops out. So you take the left, you take the right one off. And so what I did is I got, so now you have no turn signals. So what do? On my other son's Panigale 2024 Panigale V2, I bought the, I think it's New Rage Motorcycles delete kit. There's a turn signal, and it's 2 bolts. It bolts on and it just snaps back together, but they're out of those, so I made my own. I got some of these fork turn signal lights. So this is basically an LED that you wrap around your forks and it sticks on. But what you do is you take out, there's a tie wrap. I just pull that out, throw that away. And then basically what you have to do is I bought these connectors on Amazon. They're OEM custom signal connectors for Ducati Type 1 connectors. And so what you got to do is these LEDs just have a black, a yellow, and a red wire. So the red wire is if you want to do the daylight, the white daylight driving, which I don't want to do. So I just ignore that. And so I just spliced to this connector here. I spliced these wires and made a connector like that, and which is the same as the connector that came for this. So that simply just plugs back into the wiring harness. I mean, I'm oversimplifying, so what you do is you just splice these 2, and then this comes with shrink wrap, and you shrink it, and then here, you just put it back in. I'll show you a little closer here. Move you guys in closer here. So right here, there's a hole, so you push that through, and it comes through, and you snap it in, then you just stuff the wire down. And what I did is I put some, to cover the holes, I just put some black wrap here to just make the finish look decent. So now, and so this I cleaned with alcohol swabs, this front, and then on the back there's a 3M peel and stick double tape. So you peel that, you line that up parallel with the license plate, and you stick it on, and now that's on like that. And just to show you what it looks like, turn the bike on. So put the turn signal. So that's the turn signal there. The left, the right, and then the 4-way flashers. So it comes out pretty nice, actually. It's very bright. Back here it's not, but in the front it's nice. The problem with the new Rage motorcycle kit was that it wasn't very bright. So, I mean, they're very small LEDs. So I might replace the LEDs on my other bike with these. I like these better. So that's basically permanently on there. So that works pretty good. So now let's get into the second phase of this operation, which is the second phase is putting the bar and mirrors. So the bar and mirrors are these Constructor Racing Group CRG Aero bar and mirrors. You can get them from their website, or you can, I order these from Moto Millions guys in Florida. They have motomillions.com. So these are like 80 bucks a piece. And then you also have to buy, you need these, you need 2 of the mirrors. So this is what the mirror looks out of the box. It was packed in nice plastic. So it's a nice machine mirror. It's all metal billet. You're going to need these mounting connectors when you take out your bar and weights. So the only problem with these Ducati bikes when they come from the factory, so when you're changing your rear wheel nuts or your bar and mirrors or anything, these guys put a lot at the Ducati factory. Since this is the brand new bike, they put a lot of Loctite on these things. So basically, what you want to do is you want to spray right in here. I'll show you. You want to spray like a quick squirt of some sort of penetrating oil. This is PB Blaster, and let it set overnight. Because when I first tried to take these off, this is a 12-inch, a half-inch socket driver with a, it's a number H12, a size 12 Allen key, basically. So when I was taking this off, it was actually starting to spin the whole clip on. So I didn't want to break it or twist it. So you need to use that oil, and once you do it, it makes it loosens up that torque seal, which I think they go overboard a little bit. So once that's loose, you pop that loose, because I couldn't even with all my might get that loose, and it was starting to twist everything, so I didn't want to break it. So when I did it, it popped off fairly easy. And you want to make sure you use the right size tool. So this is an H12 Allen key socket, which is the right size. I think it's a 12 millimeter. This stands for, I think, a 12 millimeter. So this comes out, and you'll see I think this is like a stainless steel bar and mirror. It's pretty big. So you screw that out. So that's what that looks like. So when you spray the PB Blaster, you want to get it right in there, not here, not over, not under the grip, but you can kind of see, just spray it like right there, and it gets into the threads, and otherwise you're not going to get that sucker out. And I'd hate to break the clip-ons. So once that's out, now you're ready to install the bar and mirrors. So to do that, you're gonna have to, Moto Millions has these on there. They're these billet internal bar end adapter kit, it's called. So you're gonna need 2 of these, and they're about 60 bucks each as well. So let's get those. Let's unpack that. I'll show you how to do this. These are kind of tricky. This is the second set I've done. So there's directions in here, but I'll show you how to do this. So there's a bunch of parts in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. So the way this stacks up, that's the piece the mirror clamps onto. So you take this this bolt. Let me let the cat out. He's driving me crazy. Okay, let's go, buddy. It's 105 degrees and the cat wants to go outside. Sorry about he just wants to go outside. So you put this and it's got this V shape on the bottom. So what you have to do is you got to hold these two half cylinders, put those on first, See if I can do this while I'm explaining it. It's like one of these puzzles you get at a at a gift shop. And then so these pointy ends go in. You'll see. Took me a while to figure this out. They point down. Those. Oh boy. That goes in first. The small piece, then the big piece. Okay. Let's see, it seemed easier last time. I may have to cut this. Oh yeah, all right. It is kind of tricky to get them in. That's got to go in, and the big piece. This is the hardest part of the whole job. Okay, that's in. That goes here. Then that piece goes on top like that. All right. All right. So once you get those all stacked in there, kind of tricky there. Then this nut goes on. And it'll all self-seat once it's in there. So now, once you got that whole thing assembled like that, I don't know if you can see it, you take a 5mm wrench, you take that and it just slides in here, that whole piece. You just slide that in like that. And now it's an expansion. So what that does, that pulls a nut and then it expands out. So you don't want to get this too tight because you don't want to split your bars. So I do it finger tight and then I come back and just hit it, give it like about a half a turn like that. That's in there pretty tight. So now that's the adapter in there. And I wanted to do that real time because it is kind of tricky. So it's like a little little puzzle. So, and the way these mirrors and the adapters are the same for both sides, and these mirrors are also the same, so they can go on either side. So I already put the other one on. So this mirror here, and what I do is now you got to take a 3mm Allen key and you unscrew this. You take the clamp, and these are pretty nice. You'll see these are, watch how these work. These CRG mirrors are nice. Take the screw out, and that thing just that opens up like that, which is really nice. So that opens right up. And I always put the mirrors on so the bolt goes from top to bottom. So that's just it's that simple. It's right on. So now I just put the bolt back in, and pretty much done. Just screw that in. And again, I get it finger tight, and then I come back. You don't want to tighten it with the ball end because you might strip it, so you always come back with the square end, obviously, and just do like a half, quarter turn, and that's tight enough. And now you're pretty much done. So those are the bar and mirrors. And what's nice about these mirrors is you can ride them like that, you can ride them like this or like that. I tend to ride them like that. And then also they're fully adjustable, they swivel. So once you get them where you want, they're easy to adjust. And what's nice about these mirrors, let's take this down. The reason I think you need the mirrors is because you can't, let's do this from the front. And I'll take this off the jack here without knocking the mic over. Like that. So take that off. So when you're on the bike, what's nice about this is, let me get one of those mirrors to demonstrate. These mirrors, let me see, yeah, that's the one. Like these mirrors, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these mirrors, yeah, this one's here. So they go right here, and so when you're on the bike, you can't see. You can't see on either side because the mirrors are like here. And what's nice about these mirrors, they're out here. So they're way out. They're, instead of here, they're here. So instead of seeing my shoulders like this when I'm riding, like these, I mean, and these are fully adjustable. They're easy, like right there, they're good. So we run with them like this usually, depending on how you want it. So there. So now when you look down, you see everything. I mean, the only thing I see is I see about that much of my side. Like right when my arms are here, I see like basically just a little, and I see everything out there. And I actually see behind me. I can see, I mean, I can actually see, I can see that. I see that now. I can see the tail of the bike right here. And before I could not see anything because the mirrors are here and I could see very little. So these are a lot safer, in my mind. These other mirrors are too far in. So let's just demo the turn signals again. That's the left. And these are very bright, but they're not bright this way. So that's not blinding me. So they're pretty bright in the front, which is good. So the left, the right turn signal, it all works. The emergency flashers work. Yeah, everything's working. The front, the rear, I didn't break anything. So I think it adds an extra bit of safety with the bar end mirrors because you can actually see. And also these upgraded turn signals are really, they're bright. Anyways, let me see. Off. There. Off. All right. Just let those go, and then so that's the bar and mirrors. All right, slow rider out. If I know how to push the right buttons, it works always. So far, this bike's got about 1,500 miles on it, very reliable. My other son's got it like about 3,500 miles, so we're getting some mileage on these bikes. They both have their first service, so they both rip. And that's the other thing on these. If you're going to test drive one, make sure it's after the first service because they're detuned for the first 500 miles because, you know, just for wearing purposes. I hope this helps. Slow rider out.